Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with a series review. I just recently watched Three Gems and a Baby, which was the most recent episode of Steven Universe. And to be honest, there were some really heart-wrenching, tragic moments that just were so melancholy that they brought me to the verge of tears. So I probably did cry. You know I did. But it reveals that none of them really knew how to tend to Steven, and it's just like the adage that goes into parent. I wouldn't know because I've never been one, and I want to be someday. But the adage that goes into parenting, that there really is no manual for it. It's on the job, and it's so true of this episode. And we now know that Steven is a future. I always thought he was. I just had a feeling that he was, just like Garnet was. I kind of had that feeling from the very beginning. It was a theory that was confirmed, and we all know that, having watched the show for such a long time. And Pearl's reaction was just so, it just wrecked me. I don't want, I really don't want to think about that right now because it makes me want to cry. It's just the whole devastation that she feels, just her inability to understand. Well, she does, but yet she has so many conflicting emotions about it. It's very difficult for her. So the only way that she can respond is through sorrow, because it's the easiest way to communicate how she truly feels. I mean, she's she's a very emotional gem. She's probably the one that has cried the most, and we understand why. But I think as far as the characters are concerned, she's very strong, and I like the fact that they have given the gem's vulnerabilities and flaws. Get it? Flaws? Sorry, I had to. That was a terrible pun. But this episode, other than Mr. Greg, has to be one of my favorites thus far. And I love the song that Greg sang. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready. I thought, yeah, preach it, Greg. But it just was a really outstanding holiday episode, and it fit in with the themes of family and sacrifice, and just the whole idea of being there for each other, even though it might be considered very difficult. That's what family's all about. It's all about give and take, and growing and evolving and transforming into something even more than what you've considered even becoming. And I can resound with this as well, and it appealed so much to me with everything I've going through, especially today, because today I decided to take the day off work. I'd gone to work anyway, but I've been thinking about my dad, and it's my first holiday alone, and it's just so difficult because so many of my friends, they have their own lives, and I don't really want to impose upon them. I know they're busy, and I feel like an accessory, and I would just get in the way. I don't want that. I want to be another happy-go-lucky human being, and I might even have to fake it to make it. But even if I do, that's perfectly okay. If I cry, that's just part and parcel, and I've done that most of the day today. And I had some dark thoughts that were cropping up, and I thought, oh, please get thee behind me, you stinking, idiotic, moronic, dark, stupid thoughts. Leave me be. I mean, it just literally made me want to heave, but luckily they fled as soon as I had a lot of talks from different people. I called the suicide helpline. Yeah, I'll admit to it. I had never called that line before. They were so helpful I'm going to get grief counseling, so that'll help me out through this really arduous time in my life. But I am not regretting one bit of this. This is all from the deepest part of my heart. I trust you. You're my friends and you're my family. And even though I have never met any of you, I consider all of you my supporters, and thank you for that, because I wouldn't be where I am today had it not been for you. And maybe someday I'll have 1,000 viewers, who knows. I've always thought that I could get to that point, and I'd like to actually animate something from, well, I want to be a producer, and I want to make movies, but there's something I do want to animate at some point in time. It's a scene from Crimson Nonia. Of course, I asked Vibsy to do it, but she's really busy. But the really nifty thing is I actually got a response from Vibsy Pop. Oh, I know I've mentioned this before, so I'm probably sounding like a broken record, but to this day, it's one of the many things that keeps me going, and just it gives me inspiration, and I'm still just basking in the glory of appreciation. I'm in utter awe. Just, she's such an astounding artist. Her work is just, it is splendid. It truly is. It is astronomical, and I'm hoping that I can at least aspire. My work is nothing even close, because, wow. Yeah, she is a true artist. I'm nowhere near. I am self-taught, but at some point in time, I'm hoping maybe I could learn, but it's a difficult process. But I have the gift. That is to say, I've been creating ever since I was a little thing at 10. So it's something I've always enjoyed doing. And anyway, I'm working with a lot of different things. I recently posted Jewish German, which was semi-autobiographical. I'm posting Southern Belle, also semi-autobiographical. I'm going to be working on Where There's a Wilbur, There's a Waylon. I love the title of that. It's basically the synopsis of Where There's a Wilbur. There is a man named Lester. He has two... the friends that help him, they're twin brothers, Wilbur and Waylon. Ha ha. Hence the title, etc. But they intervene to get him into rehab because he's addicted to marijuana. Of course, a lot of people would think, well, why? That's just dumb. But he doesn't want to give it up, and he's a lazy slacker. He got involved with the wrong crowd of people, so inevitably it ends with him just being this sloth, and these two characters lead him into rehab, and he gets counseling. Well, he falls in love with the counselor that's helping him. I thought, oh, yes, I need a story like this right now to distract me, but it'll get me through, definitely. And I've got some other stories I'm going to be working on. Like I said, Southern Belle is in process. Where There's a Wilbur, just started that. Selfish is going to be another rom-com. Fast Track to Freedom is a hot button issue. It's about immigration, and I've got a lot of friends who are immigrants, so yeah, it's near and dear to my heart. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing another Rejected Superhero Coalition. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do it about. So it'll be the third and final one that I do. I had to sleep on that one because I've been having some ideas rolling and roiling about in my brain. So we shall see where Rejected... Actually, it's going to just be Superhero Coalition. They're no longer rejected. They've become bigger and more respected, and all all the trials and tribulations that they've handled, and they have developed quite a name for themselves. But yeah, that'll be intriguing to see where that goes. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.